Hello everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. So I scanned all the planets, I found all the satellites, we found the team, or the ship of the team that the Angaraan dude at the port had sent out
I gave
to
Fredro us the best
investigate.
start a Pathfinder could. But we can't predict everything.
That's
We just do our best.
weird. But anyway, found a ship, found out the scavengers had been taking the satellites, and while they fought with the Angaraan team that was sent to investigate that team hit the Scourge and got killed. So, but now the scavengers at Kadara port.
You're the Pathfinder. Thank you so much for returning the Moshai to us.
I'm glad I could help. Seems your people really cherish her.
She is dear to us. By the way, you should know. The head of our delegation is at your cultural center. He'd be honored to speak with you.
Alright. So that's actually another side mission that we can do. First things first, let's get this interview done.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. It's not often a first contact goes so smoothly. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
The Angara soldier who joined your team has a few fans already, but everyone's talking about Aya. Green plants, flowing water? Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
Aya is a sovereign planet of the Angara. We have no right to settle there.
Strong stuff. Here's hoping we don't need to. Okay, that's... Colonist registration is up since last episode, as is morale. Tan sent this for you. Inspiring, huh?
It's still weird that Tan is giving us money because we're doing interviews. Like, considering that he isn't a part of the quest, it's weird. You know, like you'd think that you would go and talk to him and he'd be like, hey, give us a good rap.
And we're happy to help your guards secure their weapons.
I prefer them armed for now. You understand, of course.
Oh, Pathfinder, this is the head of the Angaraan delegation.
The one who saved the Moshai. She speaks highly of you. Call me Issa de Navarre.
We're glad to have you, Ambassador. Strong ties with the Angara will strengthen us both.
To a good end, I hope.
I was just explaining to the Ambassador that armed guards aren't necessary here.
Is something wrong, Ambassador?
Please walk with me, Pathfinder. So much life. All different, all united. The way it could have been. 75 years ago, we were scattered, struggling to rebuild after the Scourge. Then, the Ket arrived. Alien life. It was monumental. But then they deceived and enslaved us. So, I hope you understand my precautions.
Your people have endured much, Ambassador. I'd be cautious too.
Yet all this, your initiative, is proof there's a better way. I want to believe in this alliance, Pathfinder. The Moshai says you're trustworthy. Please, help me trust in you.
We don't expect you to enter this alliance blindly, Ambassador. Everything we say, you can check.
You'd be that open with us?
We have nothing to hide.
They'll surrender their weapons to your militia, if that's satisfactory.
Thank you. We won't disappoint you, Ambassador.
Pavoa set Jav Jaravon, Pathfinder. Welcome to Andromeda.
Well, that went well. Now, I think that I still do have another... Because that, I don't think, was a side quest. I do believe that there's a soldier dude down here that wants us to do some training missions or something. Oh, and Joel's down here.
Pathfinder, thank you for arranging my access to the cultural center. There's so much to study here. It would take a lifetime.
There's thousands of years of history before humans even arrive on the scene.
That would be a nice full-time job.
But you've already got one.
Well,
Interesting
change.
place, isn't it? Full of smiles and handshakes. Not many soldiers. Even though when politicians make peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Given our situation, it's smart to show we truly come in friendship.
Though in these times you should be prepared for the alternative. But names. I know you, Pathfinder. I am Andromeda, a Heskal with the Resistance.
A Heskar?
Centuries ago, Heskal were special forces. We defended colonies, passing our training down via oral history. Few remember us today. I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program, an N7.
He was one of the first N7s. He was proud of that, even though he didn't stay in service. Didn't stop him teaching me and my sister a few tricks.
So, you carry a little of that knowledge with you, as well as your Pathfinder skills. N7 training would benefit my people. Heskal training would benefit yours. Perhaps a few war games. Show me how your skills handle the tests of a Heskal recruit. Challenge yourself, and teach me.
A chance to work with the Angaraan best of the best? Absolutely.
Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test. After that, I look forward to learning.
Yeah, so I can't remember where exactly we go. Like, I think we end up on... I don't know if we go to Havarl, but we do definitely go to different planets to do that. I don't know if it's all on the same planet, like if it's all on Vold or if it's all on... Oh, I do have another one. Oh, right. Like, I don't remember if it's all on Vold or all on Havarl or something, but... I know that we have to go to a few different places and just do a few fights. It's barely anything, and there's no way that they can learn anything from it because it's literally we show up and then point and shoot. Which I'm assuming if they're the Angaraan Special Forces, they've probably got that down, you know? Dangerous end towards bad guy. You know? There's not really a whole lot to learn. Hey,
But our mapping of Helios is complete for now.
Here.
We can see how the Scourge perturbed.
There we go.
My model of Helios blossoms with data thanks to you. Here, please. You have earned this.
Alright, so that's just for scanning 50 planets, which you can't do until you unlock Kadara Port because there's only 48. Or 47, one or the other. Either way, it's an annoyingly small amount. Now then, let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, we have that. We haven't got that yet. That's on Kadara. No. Because I don't remember... Now, I did say that we would go and talk to everybody else here. That's Travel Kadara Port. That's Kadara. That will be on Kadara as well. That's worthless. That we should actually find a plant on Aya first. Alright, and we gotta go and do that, but we have to go back there anyway. Meet Reverilis on Bold, eh? Oh, right, that was that. Search for memory triggers, okay. Talk to Sam on the Tempest. We do have to do that. Because since we scanned Kadara Port, we figured out that that's where Spender had met with the bad guys. So we'll have to talk to him about that. And then everything else, it looks like... Oh, wait, no, back to Aya for that one, but that'll be our last trip today. Alright. Okay, so we don't actually have anything else. Where was the, rocks? Oh, put that one on. Okay. So we're just gonna take a pop into the other sections, but I'm not gonna run around and talk to everybody. I'm just gonna take a pop in there and see if there's any new quest markers. Because if there isn't, odds are they also don't have much, if anything, new to say. Hang on a second.
A bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the vortex as a sign of civility, and the opposite of civility, as more sleepers wake in need of a drink. This is HNS.
Now you might be wondering, you know, it's like, hey, didn't you already remove the bird in one of your other videos? Yeah, but, you know, that was yesterday for me. Had to take a little bit of a break. Okay, so nothing new. Now, odds are Kandros, I think, would have the least to say about anything.
Well, those families are out of stasis. I know because we're cutting rations for Apex.
My decision's made, Kandros.
And now everyone thinks protesting is how we get stuff done. Excuse me.
Wow, that's actually the result of a way earlier quest that we did.
So that's what the Kett are up to, transforming people into willing slaves.
Now we know why they take so many prisoners.
Well, they're sure as hell not taking any more.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
Okay, good. So
You and
we
me both,
shouldn't have
Pathfinder.
too much conversing to do here. I'm just going to hit up the important people. Because, you know, some other random person may have something to say, but somehow I highly doubt it. You know what? Let's see if
likes
Cora...
to think he's keeping an eye on us. Works both ways. This is how all those
Okay.
worlds look from the Nexus.
The Angara have something I can help you with?
Oh wow! All right, Tan
That's
has
all.
actually nothing
Thanks
to
for your
say
time.
about it. Which,
My
you know,
pleasure.
considering he's the
I see
director
great
of the
things in
initiative,
our future.
and we just completed our first contact and have embassies now for the Angara and whatnot. You would think that out of all people, he would be the one that would have the most to say, really. Okay, so let's check out Addison.
Hello again, Pathfinder.
All right, so yeah, we're just gonna
Director
fuck
Addison.
off then.
Pathfinder.
I mean, out of all, like, literally out of all, I guess we may as well because we only have one left, right? But like, out of all of them, I expected Kandros to not have anything new to say. Apparently, I forgot about to talk to him after
First
the,
contact, huh? Last one of any note was when your people stumbled over that relay. If they can trade us materials that'll help fix the Nexus, I'm good with it.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
All right. So yeah, that's that for the Nexus. Wow, this was a fast fucking trip, man. Which is good. I mean, because like I said, we still have to head over to Prodromos, and we gotta go back to Vold, and we gotta go to...
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help.
Yeah,
They'll be
I
great
don't-
allies.
I don't know why he keeps doing that. It's a little bit of a bug, where he'll just like repeat his answers from the interview, or from one of her interviews,
Though not much yet is known about the underground structure.
which is
It's believed to
really
be remnant in
weird.
origin. Noted the sorry scientist.
Alright, let's see. On the habitation deck, nothing there, no quest there, and no quest there.
Pelisaria
The captain may have something to say, but I doubt it.
The atmosphere on Eos.
This
No, where is
is
it? There we
Agent
go.
S.
So we'll head to the cryo base, see if there's any
Crisis in
missions
hydroponics
there.
ended peacefully after the
I doubt it. They're
Pathfinder
really...
negotiated an
I remember
agreement
going to the
between
cryo bay a
protesters
lot,
and
just for like
Nexus
no
officials.
reason.
Tensions reached a boiling point
Because, you know,
after
after I'd
protesters
finish
complained
each
their
planet, I'd
families
head,
were
or
being
each main
stasis
mission, you know, I'd
in
head
favor
back.
of sleepers with
But
political
like I'd
beliefs.
actually run around and talk to every
This
single
is Agent
person
S.
that I could talk to again, which is why I'm not doing it this time, because I know that it's pointless. Yeah, nothing. All right, good. So that was actually a quick trip to the Nexus, not quite 15 minutes, I guess. I was recording for like 5 minutes before I actually started the video because
As sleepers
I
wake
wasn't
from
quite
stasis,
sure
the
how
initiative
how
requires
scanning
blood,
the
tissue, and DNA donations.
or looking for the satellites would work, you know, in case there was anything important that came up, like, oh, we got to this one and there was an ambush, you know. There wasn't, obviously, so in the end it didn't really make a difference, but alright, so I will have to, well, here, I'll make a quick stop here just to check this before I go, because I will have to come back here anyway, because okay, hang on. Mutations, okay, so I have the double mod. Whoops. I have the battlefield assist, so all I need, I do believe, is kinetic coils, which you're not selling right now. Alright.
Hello there.
I was hoping I could pick up at least one, because you can reset their inventory just by saving and loading the game.
She says we can't work these.
And I need 3 kinetic coils to make my sniper rifle. Which, you know, I could do that right now and then just cut it. You know what? Fuck it, I will. I'll just do that right now. So I will be, well, it'll be a skip for you.
I don't believe it.
Gil's reconfigured our entire nav array. O'Connell risked a dozen spacewalks putting that in place. Damn it.
Callow, don't.
Take the helm. I've had enough of this.
Uh-oh. Callow's mad.
You don't give a damn what my team and I went through to build this ship.
No, I don't. I care about us surviving out here, and if that means redesigning...
You don't have the right.
All right, let's talk this out. What's going on?
I'm doing my job, and he's undoing it because... Hell if I know.
You weren't here. We had to get all kinds of new tech working in a single starship. 50-hour shifts, epiphanies, accidents. Humans can forget. Solarians can't. To me, it's all still happening. My team is here. Stripping down the Tempest like some broken radio risks everything they suffered to build. Their legacy.
If he had the Tempest up on blocks, I might see it.
Look, Callow, your people did a great job, but they're dead. And they couldn't have anticipated half the problems in Helios. Like the Scourge. If we don't adapt, we'll die too. Is that what you want their legacy to be?
Gutting a complex ship out in space isn't adapting. It's irresponsible and disrespectful.
Nah, see, like he said, they did have to get a lot of shit working, but also I agree with Gil. I mean, they got everything working, but based on what they knew, and we know a lot more than they did at the time.
The Tempest is ours now. She has to serve our mission first, in whatever capacity we need. Gil, change whatever you have to.
I wonder, in time, will strangers be treating your achievements so carelessly?
Peace and quiet, finally. Thanks, Ryder.
Okay, show's over. Back to it.
I mean, I get it. He doesn't want, his friends and everything, but like Gil said, I mean, like, they did a great job. They did a fantastic job, but, God, yeah, PB and Lexi are having an argument, by the way. Also, I did get my sniper. It only took me like a minute. Like, I have I don't know, because I didn't actually see when that conversation started what the time said, but it only took me a minute to get my kinetic claw. So now I got my sniper rifle, so now I got all of my weapons up and running. Alright, so now let's see, where the fuck is this quest? Oh, it is on Bold. Alright. Well, we have a couple quests that we can do on Bold then, so we may as well do that one first. Get a little bit of action going here. In this part, we'll actually get some combat in and not just talking, which is good. Considering that after that, we'll have to head over to the Dromos, which may very well just be a quick trip to land, see whether or not there's anything, and then leave again, because like I said, they did have that conversation there where they're like, oh, the radiation's going down, we might want to go back, and the Ket presence is up, which is probably a lie. So we might want to go back and see if anything needs to be done there.
Beginning approach.
So like I said, we'll go and see, but once again, that conversation is kind of out of place since we've already went back and we've taken down the Ket base and everything, so. But yeah, there we go. Now I got my new sniper. Oh shit, I don't even know. I think I got
approaching the
got Joel and Liam with me, which is fine. It doesn't really make a difference, so. I don't know if I mean, that should be fine. I can't really think of anybody else I'd really care to take any differently, or any more or less, so. Oh yeah, I generally don't take Phoebe in unless we're going to do a quest specific to her, or we're going to do the vaults. And, obviously, as you've noticed when I've done the last couple vaults, she doesn't really change anything that much in it. It's just a personal thing. But, since that she comes into combat with a pistol, I just tend not to bring her. Which is a shame, because I like Peavy. She's funny. She's just not as useful as most of the other characters. I mean, like, I tend to bring Joel and Vetra really more than anybody. Oh yeah, and then all the upgrades that I got on the Nomad. I still haven't got the last ones, but Also, that super speed boost or whatever, well, let's actually see it, because I might be able to fast travel closer to some of these. Oh yeah, look, there's two over there. There's one over, what is this one? Battle ancient and ferocious creatures. I think I have to battle an ancient Enoch there, but yeah, like I tend to bring Jol and Vetra because, you know, they have the longer guns. I mean, like skill-wise, obviously there are big differences between the characters, but at the
Pay to a hustle. It's a Kari, and we don't just hand them out.
I earned mine so I could share it.
I earned mine so I could keep it.
But like in, for example, let's say the first Mass Effect, right? Each character had different weapons that they used and different skills, right? Same in like the second one and that, but like, which, you know, does make sense, but at the same time, I mean, I kind of wish that their skills and their weapons, or well, like their skills were set, but their weapons could be a little bit different. Just but their weapons could be more flexible, just because like that way you could choose, you know, it's like, oh, I'm going into this mission, and while this guy is better with shotguns, or, you know, well, let's say shotguns, right? Like this person is better with close range weapons, it's going to be a long range fight. So I'd like to bring them in because their skills will help. I was just trying to get up with that, but because like their skills will come in handy if the enemy gets close to us, but you know, for the most part, they'll need the range over the.
Ah, you found your first beacon. Ready for a taste of Heskar training?
Give me your best shot.
There's a gigantic fiend nearby. Let's see if you can hunt it before it hunts you.
All right, well, time to test out my rifle. Oof. And you know what? I think I put the seeking bolt on here. And there we go. And the shotgun wins. I think shotguns may do more damage to armor than sniper rifles. Snipers seem to, oh, is there more than one? Yeah, oh my, there's one. Snipers seem to go through shields a lot easier, but the shotguns tend to rank. My shield regenerates so fucking fast.
A successful hunt. The Heskar would hunt for food on long missions. Later, from tradition. Good work.
Oh look, he's all white. I'm assuming that's just this planet, because like everything gets like a little white frosty sheen on it.
Environment.
And I mean, I understand that they would hunt for food, but would they really hunt
parameters.
these fucking things? Because they're not the best. They can't be the best. I mean, they don't look like they would be very tasty. Alright, I'm not driving all the way over there. Like that. Fighting those things is always... In any shooting game, there's always like melee enemies, and they're always just an annoyance to fight.
We haven't. There's no secret to living under oppression. We make do.
I feel
That's
like I'm
not reassuring.
I'm here to observe the initiative, not reassure it. If you...
I feel like
this
we
is how
missed...
we get into the Ket Command Center.
Like, we missed a part of that conversation. Also, if you're wondering, that bubble that it makes, that is an actual shield that we can stand in and not get shot. That's so that we don't get... In theory, that's so that we don't, you know, come out of the ship and immediately be, like, sniped in the head or something. In practice, it doesn't really make a difference. I mean, it might save us a couple of shots, but overall, probably not too much. And I did see that there are some
stable
cells around here. Doesn't seem to be any enemies though, and I think this might be the extract sensitive data one. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot that they did this. When it's not like a mission, they just have like random crap in the in these things so that you still get some, so that I guess they could still use them for some reason. I guess they felt like just having them be empty if they don't have any prisoners was just kind of pointless, so. Alright. If we are retrieving sensitive data, odds are it's inside here. I'm gonna just put my gun away. Alright. Let's see. Anything? I mean, it says that I'm close. It may very well be on the roof, I guess.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
Yeah, that's no surprise. Man, usually if we have... Oh, there it is. Wow, that's from so far away that it was telling us that it was fucking nearby. Like, you were giving me 3 full bars when it was over here?
Temperatures
Damn.
are within acceptable limits.
Ryder, back for another Hescal challenge. I have a test of subtlety. Get into a kit base and download a full copy of its files.
So I don't know how this one could really be set up because, like, obviously you would need kind of, yeah. Like, you would need Ket to cooperate with this one. I feel like these are kind of teaching you the multiplayer things, because that's more or less, these are more or less what you do for, like, the bonus objectives in multiplayer a lot of the time. It's like hacking the thing, hunting specific guys, you know, shit like that. The hacking one is probably the hardest multiplayer part of it. Just because, like, you're pinned down and, you know, the enemies are infinite in those rounds until you finally complete the hack. Okay, well, if you're gonna be dropping right there. No, I haven't used this yet. Ooh, I like this little gun. I've never used this gun in the in my original playthrough. I didn't go for an SMG for my pistol slot. I went for just like a big fuck off, like basically a revolver. Okay. Sure. But yeah, like when you play the multiplayer and you get these hacking ones, because in any multiplayer round where it's where you get a bonus objective, the enemies are infinite until the bonus objective is either complete or you failed it. Unfortunately, unlike in Mass Effect 3, where you would fail the bonus objective, but like the round would go on, and it was just more or less like you have infinite enemies until this timer runs out, or you complete the bonus objective in Mass Effect 3. In this one here, if you don't complete the bonus objective, then the mission is considered a failure, and you I don't remember if it just fails the mission or if it just immediately calls for extraction then. I'm not 100% sure.
Reinforcements!
You know what though, if we're getting... because odds are they're going to show up there. But yeah, so it's like super fucking annoying in this one's multiplayer, which is why I didn't really care for it. Because I can't remember if these achievements, I could check, I guess. Achievements, yeah, unlocked. Complete all, no. Yeah, see, complete an Insanity single-player game or 5 gold multiplayer extractions from any firebase. So like in this one here, like in Mass Effect 3, I haven't got that achievement either, and at this point I would have to do the Insanity playthrough if I went back and got it. But in Mass Effect 3, I was honestly, I think actually I was partway through that gold extraction, because they had like the same thing, complete the game on insane difficulty, or complete every map on gold difficulty, every multiplayer map on gold difficulty, and I was going for the gold map on every difficulty because it was easier, in my opinion. Since, you know, you had more people and whatnot, and just like the way that I had built my weird little character there. I figured it would be easier, whereas on this one here, I was like, you know what, no, I'm just going to do the insane playthrough, because you're playing this one on gold, there were certain things, like basically, unless you got the outlaws, you weren't accomplishing it, just because like on that difficulty, there was, like if you had Ket, for example, and they had the guys with like the rotating orb, the Ascended, I want to say, they did so much damage to you in such a short amount of time. And, fucking stop. In such a short amount of time, that if you ended up getting one of the, and also obviously because like you had to destroy the ball in order to, if you got the one where you had to hunt, I think it was you had to hunt 3 separate targets, to complete the bonus objective. If you got them, and like if you were fighting Ket, odds are that was going to be what you had to hunt, because it was always a,
I don't think we're done here.
Ugh. How far did that go? Oh, beautiful. Made it. Good. That may not be where they're coming from right now, but oh my. Down there. Oh my. But yeah, like you would get them and it was just over because you just couldn't kill them fast enough, because like along with them you had all these other enemies coming at you, swarming you. And then like if you had the Ket, you had outlaws. What's the other one? The Rokar may have been part of the Outlaws. Because I want to say there was 3 different factions, and basically Outlaws was the only one that was considered doable. Because like the biggest thing with the Outlaws was they would bring in a mech, which was hard, but it would never be like it was their biggest, toughest target. But it was always, it was never, I guess, not always, it was never the target, right? And like everything else had just such strong enemies that if you had to hunt the targets, you were basically fucked, because like
Sam, get a full download.
They did way too much damage, or like they took way too much damage. So, like even if you're, because you had to have some people trying to kill the little guys, and then like a couple people trying to kill the bigger target that was actually like the target. And then like if you had to hack stuff like this, obviously you would be locked down in a section, and then they would send, there was a couple of the, I feel like it could do alright, because there was another one where you just had to like find these, you had to find these things and hack them, and it was just like a long hacking process, not like that. It wasn't like a stay in the zone one, it was like an actual sit there and hold Y. So like you could run enemies to one end, and since it was a 4-man team, you could have 3 of them over there, and then like the other one slide in behind them and hack it. Because obviously, as you've seen a couple times while I tried to hack stuff while enemies were present, they as soon as you get shot, the hack stops, right?
Ryder, back for another Heskal challenge.
So you could get.
This one's straightforward, a test of combat efficiency. The beacon will agitate the remnant. Take them down quick. Maybe you'll beat my personal best.
Remnant incoming.
But yeah, you could have them like take the shots for you.
Remember, take them down as fast as you can.
So that like it wouldn't interrupt your hack, and that was more or less
there'll be more.
The easiest one to do. But like if you got stuck in like a state in the zone one, pretty much everything except for the outlaws would have shit that could just charge you and that would just charge you and annihilate. and you were
Stay
just
alert.
fucked.
There'll be
like
more.
the oh, you know what? Remnant, duh. Like that's what I'm fucking looking at right here. Like this was the third faction. So the Rokar either weren't a part of it or they were a part of that outlaw faction, but I'm not sure. And
More incoming.
yeah, so like these guys here, like everything basically except for the outlaws had shit that you just couldn't deal with depending on what the depending on what bonus objectives you got. Also, this guy's time was insanely easy to beat.
We did it! That beats Indraknor's count.
Good. I'm glad.
Excellent. We learned early on to make every shot count. That's more than enough proof of your talents. Come, let's speak again in person.
Alright, so we got about 10 more minutes left, but we do have another mission to do on here, don't we? There's cops are out doing something. But yeah, we had on Aya, Safe Journeys, Kadara, Firefighters, Apex, Tempest. It's also Aya. I mean, it's Rayless. Here we are. Know your enemy. So where is he? There he is. All right. But yeah, it was just insane. And even if you did get the outlaws, it would still really depend. Because like if you got the, like I said, if you got the stay in the area, or stay in the zone one, you were really kind of just fucked no matter who you were fighting. But the outlaws definitely did make it a lot easier. Because like I got a fairly high level
I'm reading a severe temperature
and powerful
drop.
character to play multiplayer, and like I would play with other people who had pretty
Environment
solid
check.
characters,
Temperatures are
and
within
if we
acceptable
didn't
parameters.
get, and like I don't think we ever won a gold map where we fought the Ked. I don't really remember fighting Remnant all that often, but I remember just trying for outlaws.
Ryder.
That's me, yes. I'm Ryder. Wow, you really showed up.
You seem thrilled. Honestly, it's nothing special.
Nothing special. You saved the Moshai from the Ked. And not just the Moshai. So many people owe you their lives. Anyway, I should get to the point. Your raid on the Exaltation facility sent the Ket scrambling. They're trying to get their operations in order. Our scouts report increased Ket movement through certain areas of Vold. Not military, though. Science and research vessels.
Doesn't matter if there's science Ket, warrior Ket, janitorial Ket. They're all bad news.
Some of us were concerned they might be planning more exaltation, or putting more of our people through torturous study. We don't have the tech to break into their bases, but someone has to stop them.
You're talking to the right person. We always help our friends and allies.
I knew you'd help. I'll send the nav point immediately.
So see, these are some of those other facilities on the map that we never actually like did anything on at. I don't actually know which base or which station would be faster to get to it from. I guess we'll just go from here. But yeah, like, because when this game came out, since, you know, it had those achievements, and I want to say that because I got, like, maybe I got, like, a day one copy or something. I got, like, a bunch of bonus stuff for the multiplayer. And so, you know, I started with, like, pretty solid characters and everything, right? I didn't get the character that I wanted, because, like, in Mass Effect 3, the character that I used was a Solarian
would we all live in slow
something or other. And the reason why I really enjoyed them is because Mass Effect 3, like this one, it had like the weight limit on your weapons. Would affect the recharge time of your skills. And
life support restored.
But unlike in this one where it's like once you hit a certain point, it starts to go down. If you had any, it would then go down, and you could also make yourself recharge faster if you had less weight. So I was like a Solarian guy that had, I want to say it was Energy Drain, but either way it was something that was super effective against shield. I think it was Energy Drain and Incinerate for abilities.
Will mean a lot to my people.
And I would use him and I'd bring in Melton, like literally no weapons, and his skill would regenerate so fast that that's all I would need to do, and I would be the highest damaging member of that team just because of that. And I want to say that they had a character where you could do something similar to that on this game, but I ended up, yeah, that's what it was, is I got something that guaranteed me a, because like they have a tier system in this one. In 3, I don't think they had a tier system, I just think it was like different race class combinations came with different skills, whereas in this one here, they actually had like a tier system where like this character was just straight up stronger than everybody in the tier below it and shit like that, right?
There's a lot of organic material here.
And I ended up with like
Angara?
a Krogan one,
Cat?
which, as you can imagine,
Something else.
was mostly
Scans
melee.
could tell us more, Pathfinder.
And you know, as you can probably tell from the way I fight, not really much of a melee person. Let's see. Discovered species human. Soft skin, no natural armor or protection. Without technology, can only operate within a narrow range of environmental conditions. Genetically diverse. Renowned for tenacity and adaptability. Exaltation. Face you. With the Angaraan genome unraveled, we have begun the process of isolating the most valuable trait to augment the Ket. Bioelectrical discharge, isolated and reproduced. We have commenced the distribution of this ability among ascendants. Conversion of light to energy, tricky, much more integrated into Angaraan physiology, our current focus. Note, Angaraan genetics complex but elegant, lacking obsolete residual traits commonly found in evolved species, similar to Ket in certain ways.
There is an audio log saved on this device, Pathfinder.
Ket? Let's get a translation, Sam.
Processing.
The Angaraan genetic code that expresses this projection of a bioelectric field has been isolated. The process to integrate this into our own genome is ongoing. Early success is documented. Once complete, adaptation should be distributed to all ascendant in Helios. Ability may also prove useful as plant-based soldier configurations. All research has been transmitted to the Empire.
Exaltation is not just about making more Ket. It's an exchange.
I think I saw a horror vid about this once.
There's bound to be more here. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, so as you can see, they take down the genetic DNA of everything, and, you know, they eventually figure out what they can use and what they can't. So Turian, carapace, metallic in nature, possibly protective, dextroprotein-based synthesis, agile, height and skeletal structure allow for increased reach and flexibility. Solarian, short-lived, fragile, no natural armor or protection, high metabolism, evidence of exceptional brain function.
Another audio log detected.
Let's hear it.
Transmissions unacknowledged by homeworld. Possible breakdown in connection and information mishandled. Investigation ongoing. Logs to be updated shortly.
Anything that delays or stops the Ket is a blessing.
I wonder if we can find the follow-up logs.
I mean, odds are the Ket are having issues with the Scourge. Oh, that must not have been... Oh, that's just another Angaraan one. Alright. We need to find others. Ah, here, okay. Krogan, long-lived, large-muscled, hardy, resistant to large enough range of environmental conditions, superfluous organs. I feel like I mispronounced that. Some evidence of chromosomal damage, not fully understood. Reiteration, large. And Asari, extremely long-lived, natural ability to create gravitational fields of some variety, not fully understood. Monogendered, precise method of reproduction, not fully understood. Important. Rumored to be able to take in genetic traits of other species to improve theirs, of great interest to Primus.
All transmissions appear to have failed. Some of the team has suggested that this research is being prevented from leaving Helios. Troubling implications. Set aside for now. Taking steps to verify that primary communications are still active.
I'm picking up the nav point for another Ket station. Probably their primary communications.
Taking it down will hinder the Ket. I say we head there.
Okay, so that's also still not the right... this one. There you go.
Pathfinder, these samples all contain the same genetic sequence. At first, it appears to be a familial connection, but the genome shows signs of modification. Evidence suggests the sequence was drawn from a single individual and incorporated into other Ket.
The Archon. Exaltation.
So does the Archon control the cat because they see him as a progenitor? Or does his rank give him the privilege to propagate his genes like this?
A cultural question beyond my purview.
In any case, the stuff we found should be of great interest to the science team back on the Nexus.
Yeah, probably. Alright, let's see. Another base over there. Go to this fast travel. And then this will probably be... This quest will be the last of this part. So we still have to... So next week, we'll still have to go back to Prodromos. We'll still have to do a little bit more chat.
Not for long. Or long enough.
A couple of places, but we should end up on Kandara
So,
at
you were
least
bad at it.
on video
No.
2.
I wanted to make things better for people. And there were too many obstacles.
You wanted to make things better, so you left. That sounds like you were bad at it.
What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about multiplayer, but I feel like I covered everything. Outlaw's good, everything else was just fucking bullshit. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. The bonus character, whatever they got, was like a Krogan warlord something or other that was like really melee focused. Which, as you can imagine, isn't good in this game. In this multiplayer.
Here we are.
A lot of things
Ketcom
shooting you
outpost.
as you're coming at them, you know. It's like all you had was like a shotgun. All of your abilities had to do with getting close up. It was not good. So like, if I got maybe a different character, but like everything else that I got, you know, just like most things, you know, you could use real money in it, you know, to get bonuses and like, extra character packs and everything. And other than that, it just took so long to get enough to buy another character. It was just really fucking, yeah. So that's why instead did the thing where I just fucking burned through the game, did all the main missions on insane difficulty. And that's where I learned the bad ending, which was, you know, not as different from the good ending as I thought, but, or as I thought it might be, because, you know, I did very little, but like I said before, and what a lot of people seem to forget is that a lot of the side mission things that had an effect wasn't really an effect on the ending of the game. It was an effect on stuff that happened in the next game, because that's how BioWare works. And I feel like people were confusing the two, you know? Because like if you play the first Mass Effect, going through the ending, really the only thing that made a difference to the ending was your Paragon or Renegade score. Like, and then, because what was it? At the end of the first game, you could skip a fight entirely if your Paragon or Renegade score was high enough. By the way, never actually did that fight. Never once played through that game and did not have a high enough score.
Detecting below normal temp.
Previous report was 39 cycles ago. Senate requires an update of progress within this sector. A reminder that all campaign leaders are expected to deliver reports once in every 15 standard cycles. Senate recognizes that presence of the Scourge phenomenon may be disruptive to communications, takes steps to circumvent this obstacle so that regular updates can resume. This is your second reminder of this nature. Please acknowledge receipt.
The Archon's not the Ket's supreme leader. There's more like him, all over Andromeda.
Rose, communication orders require explanation. Archon commands a block of all transmissions of Angaraan data to the Empire. He is in breach of protocol.
Sounds like people are questioning their leader. Good. In this case.
But yeah, so like that, and then
I'm reading a normal temperature range.
I'm trying to think, because like you get to the
Life
end,
support is back online.
and then you have the option, I want to say, to save the big ship. You can devote some of the forces, but that's a decision you make right at the end. That doesn't, and then that determines whether or not you save the council. But that's a decision that you make right at the end, I feel, and that has nothing. Yeah, like none of the choices in the first Mass Effect made a real difference on the ending of the first Mass Effect, but they changed a lot of stuff that happened in the second one. And then to go even further, once you made it to 3, with the war assets and that, then that's where you really saw differences, right? Because like if you did, like for example, if you saved the Rachni Queen in the first game, and then again, was she in the second game? I don't think she was in the second game, but then saved her again in the third game, then you got Rachni workers to help Whereas if you didn't save her in the first game and then you saved the new queen in the third game, then it turned out that the new queen was underneath Reaper control, and then you got sabotage from them.
Communications. Only Archon is aware of shifting situation in Helios. If Archon's opinion is that protocols are not to our benefit, accept his wisdom. He is the Senate's voice in Helios and must be obeyed.
There's something here. I don't believe the Primus and the Archon agree.
It sounds like the Ket are starting to question what the Archon's doing. If this continues, it might be good for all of us.
So, what's next?
There is likely nothing to be done, but conflicts between factions seldom resolve quietly.
Then we'll just have to keep an ear to the ground for now. With luck, something will happen.
Yeah, so see now, like, this to me... Oh, really? Just wait for more intel, eh? Alright. So, like, that to me sounds like in another game, because I don't think that a whole lot of that gets resolved in this game. But, like, in future games, it's like, oh, well, this particular Archon is deviating from what the Ket want to do. So, like, by all means, the Ket may not be as violent and overthrowy and kill everything and steal everything, enslave, kidnap, as this particular set of them, right? But because this Archon is the one that is in control of this set of Ket, that's what happens. So that's all of our shit on hold. I didn't see any other side quests pop up while we were in any of the locations, so just going to go with that. Then nobody else has anything important to say, because there's really not that many important people on the planet. I mean, they're important to the planet, just not specifically to the game, you know. But yeah, that'll be it for this part. Next part, actually, you know, I'm going to activate that quest right now, just so that I don't forget it. But yeah, that'll be it for this part. Next part, we'll talk to Sam. We'll head over to Prodromos and do that. We'll head over to Aya, and then we'll have a couple things to do there, because the embassy should be set up now that we've left and are going to go back. So yeah, next part might still be a little bit more talking than action, but hey, we got some shit in this one, which is a surprise. But
Hey,
like I
there
said, it
you
should be
are.
the second.
You ate half our chocolate supply. Do you have any idea what I could have traded for that?
But yeah, odds are it won't be the first video where we end up in Kadara. It'll be the second one, and even then, when we first hit Kadara, that'll be the new point, or the new planet, new port, and there's actually 2 sections full of people that we'll have to go through and chat with everyone. So, you know, don't expect too much action until probably the 3rd video next week. But there might be a little bit, who knows. But thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.